Hello Cancer, my name is Alison and you're with Healing Dove Tarot. Cancer, we're going to have a look at the love energy surrounding you from the 15th to the 31st. Doubling up on the weeks here as I won't be here to do them for you. Cancer, we have a lot to get through and there's a lot of messages here, so I want to jump straight into it. Heads up, Venus is still retrograde until November, mid-November, and we have a full moon in Taurus on the 24th. Now, Cancer, at the bottom of your deck, I do have the King of Wands, okay? So, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And I have the Eight of Swords. So I feel like you could be involved with this person. This could be your love interest, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel like you've been feeling a little bit trapped by them, okay? Kind of like limbo land. And the reason why I say that is because as you come to the period of the 15th, that beginning week, you've got the Hanged Man coupled with a Wheel of Fortune. The Hanged Man speaks about being in limbo, kind of a feeling like walking around in eggshells is how I would describe it. And you do have this flanked by the Tower in the reverse. So for me, the Tower in the reverse speaks about, well, in the upright, it speaks about, you know, karma, fate, the universe coming in and breaking something down that wasn't built on a strong foundation. But in the reverse, I feel like it's the complete opposite for you there. I feel like it is a strong foundation that you've built this connection on, and you have the Wheel of Fate turning in your favor. Things could have been rocky, however, because the other cards that are surrounding you, at the very center of the reading, you have the Eight of Cups. Cancer, you know, one of your most beautiful qualities is that, I think I've said this in a couple of times and most recently, is that you're all about loyalty and family, very much focused on wanting to build that happy home, that family, that solid concrete home. But I feel like someone could have pushed you to your limit and you're just taking your cups, you're taking your emotions and you're checking out. Venus is retrograde, right? So it's going to cause us to look back at our past and potentially look back at who we've been involved with. It could be that someone is ending a connection, because I do have the Ten of Swords here as well. So you've got emotionally moving on and betrayal. However, it could just be that you're emotionally moving on from a shitty couple of weeks or a shitty couple of months, all right? It doesn't always have to be so dramatic, like, oh, I'm breaking up or this is happening. It could be that you're choosing to let that go and be a bigger person. And I say that because you've got the Ace of Wands coupled with the Knight of Cups. So the Ace of Wands speaks about a passionate new beginning when it comes to love. It's sex, it's intimacy, you know, public displays of affection, you know, wanting to get all cute and cuddly. But I have the Knight of Cups here with it, but in reverse. So it's like someone, either you or the person that you're interested in, is wanting to this is the card of proposals, right? But like wanting to take things to the next level, but it's not happening, it's stalled. And I feel like it's because either you or the other person has this feeling of betrayal. I don't know if it's something that's happened between you. I don't know if it's just this past shit that you need to clear, whether something's come up from the past. But what I do know for you, whether you are single, whether you're dating, whether you're, you know, dating multiple people, whether you are in a relationship, happily married, you are going to get to the weekend. So what's that? The 20th, 21st, and have this brand new start in love. Okay. This is the card of Ace of Cups, speaks about new love coming in. So for some of you, it can be a brand new person once you emotionally move on from whatever this shit situation is. If you are in your mind, Cancer, and this is resonating with you, this is your invitation to write it all down on a piece of paper, go for a walk in nature, do something, get rid of it, and make a conscious choice to let it go for good, right? Because this is what wants to come in for you. And for a sign that's all about family and love and really wanting to have that, you know, solid home, then this is your invitation of actually letting go of the past, okay? Let it go. Because this is what wants to come in for you. just before the Taurus full moon. Yeah, so it's a week of letting go, of release. So that commitment can come in. For some of you, this is a marriage. Okay, let's have a look at the love energies for the 22nd. Thank you, Spirit. Ace of Wands again. Look at that, side by side. Definitely someone's getting it on. I feel like I should be playing some Barry White right now or something. All right. Ace of Wands. Nine of Swords, being up in your head. Overthinking, because you don't do that, do you, Cancer? Additional guidance for Cancers in love from the 22nd to the 31st. Please show me. Thank you, Spirit. Three of Pentacles. Empress. Nice. Queen of Cups. Taurus. Very strong for you here, Cancer. Some of you definitely dealing with a Taurus. Some of you have soulmate energy coming in. I told you. Or someone from your past that you're reconnecting with. Someone that you see as quite a really beautiful spiritual woman, quite motherly, quite strong. Yeah. And you're finally going to let go of all this mental chatter. Okay, so you start the second week with the moon. So it's like you come out of that period that I was talking about, finally letting things go. And at the full moon, as I predicted, you are now like, yeah, okay, I definitely want to start something new. I definitely want to have a commitment. You have the Hierophant with the Ace of Wands. So this is really an interesting combination to get. The Hierophant speaks about tradition, large institutions, governments, bodies. It speaks about anything that's kind of legal. It's a card that tarot readers particularly look for to denote like marriage and commitments. If I had the Four of Wands here, then I would say, oh, look, I definitely see marriage coming up for some of you. But for me, this speaks about starting something serious, making a conscious decision to commit to someone serious. You've got the first wand, right? You don't have the other three yet. But that's coming because I see you working together as a team to try and build it. Build it and they will come, right? Again, it could be, and it doesn't matter whether you're a female watching this, this could also relate to a male. It's just because it's come up as the Empress. But it could be a really grounded, feminine, spiritual woman that is the person that you're wanting to commit to. And again, this is around that full moon, the Taurus full moon, and this is the card of Taurus. So it's all about tradition, making a commitment, actually going for it. And I feel like when you make that choice, Cancer, it's like everything else seems to align, okay? For some of you, it could be, especially for the men watching, it could be that you actually reach out and you offer this commitment to this woman and she takes a sweet ass time in giving you an answer. Because I do have the Nine of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. So it's like, I think you're losing a bit of sleep over it, wondering, being a little bit anxious. Like, is she going to say yes? Is she going to say no? Like, did I do the right thing? Have I screwed it up? Try not to, I know that's easy for me to say, I'm not in your situation, but try not to allow yourself to get into that headspace, okay? Try to keep yourself grounded and focused on what you've offered and the strength, because, you know, this person, whoever it is that you're connecting with, whoever it is, when I say this person you think of, the first name that comes into your head, it's a soulmate, okay? You have that soulmate energy. Did I bring up, you've had this around you before. Maybe I'm going back too far. Look, you've been wanting to manifest this new connection, this new love for a while, right? So it's here. This Ace of Cups is coming in. As soon as you can let go of all the shit that has happened in your past, and I mean truly let go. This is the end of the line, right? You can't, there's no more. He's KO. He's done. There's no more sword you can put in his back. You have to mentally let go of that so that this new love can start. And if you try and jump the gun and make an offer and you haven't let go of all the shit from your past, then it's not going to work. Look, at the center, I have the Queen of Cups. So it very much could be you, Cancer, but it could also be a Scorpio or a Pisces. But I feel like this is your energy. So it's on the Eight of Cups. It speaks to me about needing to let go of the past. If you are in a happy relationship, if you are married and in a non-happy relationship but still together, I really feel like this is going to be the fortnightly period for you where you release all the past. And I mean, like release it, like really let it go, and choose to just go, no, I'm here. I'm married to you. I'm staying. Let's bring the passion back. Let's focus on, you know, the love that we share, because it's deep, deep soulmate stuff. It's karmic stuff, okay? And for those that are single, completely single, there is something new and hot and sexy coming in for you. And it's going to be something that's going to last, okay? Abso-freaking-lutely. All right, singles. Additional guidance for singles during this period, please, Spirit. 15th to the 31st. What do they need to know? Please show me. Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, you got 2 cards, Sadness and Isolation, 3 of Swords, and Flow. So it's funny because we're talking about that 2-week period, right? And I said the first one I feel for you is all about letting go, releasing. And then you have, once you do that, you look at the flow of abundance coming back for you. This is the wheel of fate, karma bringing you that new love. I mean, I can't tell you that message anymore. Like, it's like, let it go. Let the heartbreak go. It's done. Stop talking about your past. It's done. Let it go. Move on. All right, couples, please show me additional guidance for couples. Yeah, definitely recommitment here, couples. Beautiful. It's going to take a bit of work to bring that spark back, but you know, it's what we do. That's why we choose to be with people. There. A leg up. Yeah. It speaks exactly about that. All right, let me read for singles. Sadness and isolation. Okay, so this is 3 of Swords in traditional tarot. Sorrow, disappointment, trust, and healing. Love can bring both joy and sorrow. When disappointment enters your life, it's important to acknowledge the accompanying sadness and feelings of loss. However, it's equally vital not to dwell on the loss. The temptation may be to isolate yourself from the world and cling to your grief. This card is a reminder to trust that the situation, as hard as it may be, is in your best interest. It's time to gently let go of the sorrow and disappointment. Release and let go, right? And then when you do, the universe comes in and it's like, boom, flow. Attract, expect, release, serendipity, cycles, and expansion. The energies around you at this time are positive and driving you forward. Let yourself flow with these energies and put them to good use. This is an opportune time to attract your heart's desires. Do you want more love, peace, or greater understanding? Is your heart calling out for a new relationship? Does a current relationship need improvement? Focus on your desires and allow them to manifest by expecting them to. Boom. Love it. So good. So good. It's like, you know, as soon as you do that, as soon as you let go of all this grief, you get this beautiful new beginning. Like, and you know, you have a repeating card because you already have the Wheel of Fortune here. Like, it's so around you. It's wanting to come in, Cancer, okay? You just got to do that hard work and let the stuff go. Make a conscious choice and go, yeah, it happened. So what? It's done. I move on. I know. Easy to say. I know. I feel you. Couples, receiving help, delegating authority, interdependence. Relationships that are healthy thrive on interdependence. It's important to recognize that you need others as much as they need you. You must allow people to support you just as you are there for them. This is a time to be vulnerable, to speak about your needs and to ask for them to be fulfilled. Trust, you will be met with kindness and love. Don't expect others to read your mind though. Ask and it is given. All about communication for you there, Cancer. Especially for those in couples that it's been a little bit strained is the word that I use. It's really choose this time to reconnect and do so in an open heart way, you know, like in a I love you, you love me, what can I do to make this better? Have that honest conversation, maybe over a dinner or something sweet. Okay, one more card please for Cancer overall for this 2-week period. Little bonus coming for you guys today. Please show me one more card. Thank you, Spirit. The Counselor. Water. Okay. So this is 12 of water in this particular deck. I love these cards. It's so beautiful. Empathetic, wise, objective advice, trustworthy. A time of questions and mixed emotions. Look beyond the words. Listen, listen, hear. Didn't I say in one of your readings they want you to listen? Yeah. Seek objective counsel, an emotionally complex situation, an opportunity for understanding. The Counselor of Water represents one who stands high, an elder, advisor, or wise man or woman whom the King and Queen calls upon to discuss their feelings regarding a situation or experience of concern. She or he is someone who is trusted. They are a caring, compassionate person who will listen attentively, only interrupting the flow to ask a question once there is need. When the tale is told, the counsellor offers her thoughts in an objective manner. Her role is not to give instruction, but to present alternatives and insight that might help the seeker understand the thoughts and the feelings that may be clouding their judgment. She is a sympathetic person skilled at stepping outside herself to look through the eyes of others. She never judges and offers only compassion and the opportunity to understand the emotions at play. By asking the right question, she helps people to come to their own conclusions about what feels right for them and how to proceed from that point. When the counsellor appears in a reading, she symbolises a need to be empathetic and objective when dealing with emotionally complex situations. If you can, look beyond the words being spoken to see the emotions behind them. If you cannot, the counsellor asks that you seek out the wisdom of someone who can. There may be a time approaching that will require you to keep your emotions in check, especially if they are confused. If you are feeling reactive or challenged, talking it through might help you make sense of your feelings and provide you with answers. If you act without taking this step, your mixed or confused emotions may muddy the waters further. Right, so Cancer, massive one for both singles and couples there as additional advice. For some of you, the literal meaning of this is if you are feeling a little bit lost and a little bit confused, please seek help from a counsellor. If you do suffer from anxiety, because I do have that, or depression, but mainly anxiety, this is the invitation for you to actually go seek help to get on top of that. Okay, there's no harm in asking for it. We all go through periods like that, okay? There's no shame. But I feel like the invitation here is really getting clear on what it is that you want, about releasing and letting go, so that you can then draw in this beautiful new love, but only when you find the balance in exactly what it is that you want from an emotional point of view. All right, Cancer, I hope you found this reading helpful. I wish you all the very best for the next couple of weeks, and I'll be back with you in November. Take care.